Good morning, welcome to Friday session. I hope you're all doing well. All right, let's begin and let's see what the market is up to. Okay, so Wednesday when we met, we talked about this low here, right? And I think I took your attention off from the daily time frame, so I'm gonna go back to the daily time frame and you see what I was seeing. So the reason why I was anticipating a reversal was because we had this low and that low, right? So it's a high resistance, just like I thought you guys last Saturday. So that was the level that I was anticipating, and based on what I shared that day, right, we had that by the close of that day. So by the end of Wednesday, it was a rejection below this wick here. So then moving forward, we're gonna anticipate a reversal. Why? Because they have rejected this low here. All right, so the next step after we see price rejecting, again, what I also did was, this is a previous month low. If you go back in time, right, this is July, right, so all the way back to here. So that's 1st July. So that whole move transpired in July. That low is July's low, and then below that was an imbalance. So as price dipped below it and went a little bit deeper, if you're anticipating the reversal, right, you are going to use the time frame that the high or lower low exists on. So you'll be using this time frame here, right, to anticipate the reversal. So if you're anticipating the reversal, obviously price can trade to some other levels, right? It can trade to an auto block, it can trade to a gap like it did here, right? But the importance is how price is gonna close on that candle. Okay, it's not important where it goes, it's important how it closes. So you can have levels that you are anticipating a reversal to form, but you're mostly going to be concerning yourself with the closure of that candle. Okay, so when price did eventually close, dropping down to the lower time frame, this is what you had. So we closed here, right? So if we did close there, the idea is, okay, we want to see, is there a break in market structure? Is there a closure in a fair value gap, right? If there is, then we will anticipate a reversal. So I had two levels marked on my chart. First was this imbalance in here, which was closed in, and then I had on the 15 minutes time frame an imbalance down here. Okay, so yesterday I was anticipating that price action to unfold, which is either we're gonna retrace and then go higher, or price will just go higher. and I gave you that if it's gonna go up, I will anticipate price going back to this old low here. Another thing that makes it even more of a reversal is the fact that we went below a previous month low. So this level here is a previous month low, and previous month highs and lows generally carry a little bit of not a little bit, but there is a lot of liquidity residing below monthly highs and lows. So as soon as price went below that, it's obvious that you can expect some form of a reversal. So if you're using the high concept or low concept, just look on your higher time frame and see what resides above or below that high or low, and then you can sometimes even sell at those levels. For example, I have a breaker here, right, and it's just above this high. So if it goes above it, you can look to sell short, because there is a high time frame level, and we also have the reversal pattern or the stop rate pattern, so you can actually sell short above it. Okay, and then you see price reject. So I'm anticipating a follow through to trade up here. Okay, so that will give you euro. I'm not so much keen on euro because of the euro pound being a little bit strong this morning or since yesterday. So what I'm looking for is the one that we actually, or I took. I don't know about you guys if you took it on Wednesday, but on Wednesday okay, sorry for that. My son just barged in like he owns the office. Anyway, so the reason why I was interested in the British pound was because one euro pound was going up, so weakness, and then two, British pound was weak for this week as well, right? So if you remember, we anticipated them breaking through a 5 minutes gap over here, and then I went short, and I didn't get to where I wanted to trade back to this old high, which they did, but it went back up, so it closed me at break even, and then next morning we went back up again. So what I used was this high, this low, high, break, pullback. That is your OTE for sell, with the narrative that has been given on the dollar index, right? And back to this old high. Okay, so that's what I did. I still have something on because, like I said, I'm anticipating the dollar index to push to that old low. Therefore, this one might continue going lower. Okay, so using everything that I've just explained, that's the conclusion you come with. And then this morning you can see what they've done. You have a high, you have a high, and then we break down a little gap in here, and then a breaker, and then you couple that with time of the day, London 7, right? Exactly 7. We trade back into it. That is also a sell here with a stop above the gap, and then looking for continuation. I think they might close in this void. Okay, we do have a break on the H4 here, this last up candle, but you know, with what I'm expecting on the dollar index, it might continue going down, maybe to this level. Okay, so the pair to be selling, it's the pound, it's the weaker pair. You can look at euro, but euro is going to be against some form of a resistance in here. We have high resistance, right, on the lower time frame. It's not visible on the higher time frame, but eventually I think it will just go through, because this level is not coming up from any high time frame level, so they might take out this one easily. Even though it's high resistance, they might go for it, right? But between this and the pound, I'll rather sell the pound. Okay, so I did not get any trade on euro. I did trade at the pound. Okay, so you expect the dollar to continue pushing up, and then the foreign currency is going down. Now New Zealand and Aussie are currently strong, but I'm anticipating a reversal on especially the Aussie. The Aussie has hit a weekly order block in premium. Okay, we have price go up, take out this high, and then drop. So this is a previous month high taken, and then price collapsed, and we've come back to the imbalance that was created. On the futures market, they have touched this. Let's go to the futures so you can see it. I'm working with one screen today, so bear with me. My other PC, it broke, and they fixed it. They brought it back, but they didn't for some reason they didn't include my wireless adapter that was with that PC when I sent it, so it's just a dormant PC. But unfortunately, I only realized it when I have kind of put everything together. So I've put my other two screens on that PC, and I can't be asked to move it again. So I've got a wireless adapter coming today, so I can use that one. So today I'm only working with one PC. This is what I was talking about. The futures has traded to that level. This is a high probability order block, by the way. Okay, so I'll be anticipating a reversal. Okay, so that means on the Aussie we might get a reversal, maybe not this week but next week. So the way I want to see this play out is I want to see the previous week high taken, and then a breaking structure on at least the H1 or H4 going into Monday. So Monday I want to see price run up, break down, and then we look for continuation to the downside. Or yeah, that's exactly what I want to see, because this is the last high which was formed yesterday, and I think I said I was going to talk about Thursday's price action. All right, as I'm here, let's just talk about it. I know we've all been trained by ICT, and ICT is our mentor. He's my mentor. He's everybody's mentor. He's the mentor of your mentor. So he talks about Tuesday, if we are bullish, Tuesday 70% of the time will form the low of the week, and Thursdays will form the high of the week. And then if you are bearish, 70% of the time, Tuesday will form the high of the week, and Thursday will form the low of the week. So most of the time, if you pay attention to Thursdays, right, you will see that price will give a strong rejection on Thursdays. If you've not paid attention to it after this session, go and check Thursday's price action, right? If you, let's say you are anticipating price to move down, we are in a bearish market and price is moving down. If you pay attention to Thursdays generally, you will see that price will trade to some form of a PD array, either on the daily or on the weekly, and it will give a strong rejection. That strong rejection leads to price giving you a hint that price is gonna go back the following week. So what that means is this: say price is going down, right, on the weekly time frame, and we started the week, and then price did the usual business. It went up and then it went down. This will be Tuesday for the high of the week, and then price expands, reverses on Tuesday, expands on Wednesday, and then Thursday another movement down in London, and then by New York it trades to some form of a level. Now that level can be, if you pay attention to price again, you will see sometimes price going up, it leaves something like this, right? On the H4, on the daily, it will leave something like this: a lower low, high resistance, right? On Thursdays, price might trade to something like this over here inside a gap and then give a strong rejection, right? When that happens, okay, that is a sign that the following week price will eventually continue to give you either a retracement back to this previous week range. So this will be say that Tuesday, right? And then price drops down, and this is the Thursday, and it trades to some kind of a gap or an auto block here, and then price bounces, right? If it bounces on that Thursday, and then Friday you see price maybe just consolidate a little bit or push just a little bit higher, this setup here is what causes price to push up the following week. So if this happens on Thursdays, then coming into the following week, you want to anticipate Monday either giving you a small retracement and then pushing higher, and then Tuesday pushing higher, and Wednesday pushing higher into this range. Now, depending on where price reverse from, okay, this level here is important. If it's let's say this was a previous month low, if this was a weekly auto block, that can cause price to come and attack this high. And I'll give you an example. That's exactly what happened to dollar index last week. Let's go to dollar index and then I'll show you. So on dollar index, right, we had price trade down on last week between Monday and Thursday. So Monday when price went Monday was here. My bad. Let me see. Monday. Okay, Monday was here. We went up. Tuesday up. Wednesday down. Thursday On Thursday, price reversed and then went up. Now, this week, I'll tell you what I was expecting. I was expecting them to come up here and then drop down. Okay, now why was I expecting that? Because this is the previous week's range, and then Monday went down, and then we came back up. Now the price action that I'm talking about, this will be the entire week, Monday to Friday, and then this will be Thursday, price rejecting, coming back up, and then you see the Monday, Tuesday go up, Wednesday go up, Thursday trade into some form of a range, and then Thursday causes the reversal, and then sometime aggressively run all the way back down here to take out this low. I've thought this in the past as OTE or on the weekly range. So you see your weekly candle being something like this. So we close bullish, next week we open. So this week here will be the Thursday reversal, and then this will be your Monday opening, and then price will trade down Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then reverse and give you a candle like this. Or Thursday reversal in here, and then it will just close as a inside candle. So it will not close bullish, it will close something like this. Right, as a down candle, it will close something like this, and then the following week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, price expands up. Okay, so watch Thursday's price action. You will see the what I'm describing here. Okay, I know you cannot hear me. Can you hear me now? Sorry for my voice. I'm not a shouting person, right? So you have to kind of bear with my voice. Okay, so let me actually find an example to show you on Thursdays. So I'll have to go on to this one here. Oops. Okay, for some reason I've lost all my indicators. Okay, for some reason I've lost all my indicators, so I'll have to put them back on. I just need one, the sessions one. I have too many indicators. There is. Okay, so let's go through it, and then I'll find a Thursday. This was one of them, right? Thursday reversal, push up into previous week's range, and then price goes back down. But I was looking for it above this high. Okay, something like this. Okay, this is a Thursday reversal. So that week price went up, and then on Thursday price reverses. The following week price continues. But if, let's say, price was not if we were not anticipating a reversal to go down here, then that would be the beginning of price going down into previous week's range. So this low here, this low here to that high will be that previous week's range. Therefore, when we start the market the following week, which is this Monday, we only want price to at least take out this low and then go back up again. Okay, so that Thursday price action is what I'm trying to show you. Let's see another Thursday price action.
another one is here, right? Thursday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, price drops aggressively and then reverses. Okay, so that reversal on Thursday leads price up to go into a pullback into previous week's range. The following week, right, this one went extreme back to OTE inside that range. So by Monday, I'm already anticipating price going down because you're already in OTE. So I'm anticipating price going down. All right. Let me see if I can find more. Right, something like this is also perfect. Right, this is Thursday. Thursday. Just slightly on Wednesday, but Thursday is the day that the reversal happens, and it trades back into that previous week's range. So Monday starts, because you're already in OTE, you anticipate a reversal to go up. Okay, so what I'm trying to show you is that pay attention to Thursday's price action, because Thursdays will generally cause price to either reverse or retrace. That's another Thursday. That's another Thursday, right? And that's another Thursday. That's another Thursday. That's another Thursday. All right, it's, you go through price and you'll be shocked. Okay, when I saw it, I opened my mouth like, wow, okay. When there's a difference between knowing and experiencing. Okay, there's a difference between knowing and experiencing. So we know that ICT says Tuesdays forms the high of the week and Thursdays forms the low of the week if we are bearish. But if you experience it, that's a total different thing. And that's what happened. I was going through price action and I was looking at these peaks in price, and lo and behold, it was that almighty Thursday. So if you go through Thursdays, you'll be shocked the amount of time price reverses on a Thursday. Here, and if it doesn't, this is a hint. If it doesn't happen on a Thursday and Friday makes a lower low, that's the day you want to use as a raid. Okay, if it doesn't happen on a Thursday and you're anticipating the reversal, then use the Friday as potential run on Thursday's low, and then the reversal happen. Okay, so here Thursday, the rated breakdown, and then down it goes. Zoom in. On a Thursday, again here, Friday, use it as a raid if you're anticipating it. Okay, you have to do your analysis, and then you are anticipating it. If you are, then that that's what you do, right? And let's say you are actually anticipating a reversal and price trades to the level on a Wednesday. If it trades to it on a Wednesday, let's say price does not break market structure, then that's when you anticipate that Thursday being the run above that and then breaking down, especially New York session. All right, so I've given you enough examples. You go through price and then do your own back testing with that. All right, so it's not random what happened here. Okay, I would have preferred them taking out this low. If they did, that would have been great, but it's okay. Okay, So this is why I was anticipating that reversal. So we traded here Wednesday. If I'm anticipating a reversal with the backdrop of previous month low, we have high resistance over here. Okay, it gives you everything that we might get a potential reversal here. Okay, and then price goes up. Now it might not trade up here, but that move, if you know what you're looking for, that move, as I gave you a trade idea here and then there as well. All right, so now you know how to anticipate reversals on Thursdays. Okay, or anticipating the high of the week forming on Thursday. Me showing it to you means nothing. Okay, but you going in and experiencing it yourself means everything. So don't take my words for it. You can go in and experience it for yourself, and once you experience it for yourself, then it will actually start making sense to you. Okay, all right. So because of that, that's why I was talking about this high, that we might form the high here, or they might take it up and then break down. And then once price breaks down, you can use time of the day, you can use auto blocks, you can use gaps, you can use OTE. The importance, right, is finding the narrative. What was the context behind what price is trying to do? So once you find the narrative, everything else should be relatively easy, because we know the easy stuff, right? Everybody knows auto block, everybody knows OTE, everybody knows imbalances, everybody knows balance price range. We know all of that, but how do you use them? You use them when you have a narrative. Okay, so what I'm showing you here is narrative. I'm showing you how to know when the next move know when or where the next move is about to take place, and then you use the things that you know. So now that you know how to anticipate the reversal, then you can start using auto blocks, you can start using gaps, you can start using OTE, you can start using, if you want to use supply and demand, you can. It's entirely up to you. Okay, once you get the context, everything else will fit in. Okay, so Euro Pound, again, we tried to make a new high yesterday, which I was a bit disappointed. I wanted to see them raid it, because we did have a high here, and then just above it we had this old block there. Okay, now let me go back to the 1 hour time frame and then show you why I was anticipating that. We have a high. Okay, so that's high resistance. All right, we have a gap. We opened Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday we went up. So with the understanding that Thursdays might form the high of the week, okay, this is a previous week's range, or we do have a swing high on the weekly time frame. So this is just a pullback, so we might get price to do something like this. So if it's going to turn around, where, based on day of the week, where is it likely to form? if you pull the fib from the high to this low right here, oops, that's 50%. That's just above premium. Okay, so is it good enough to cause price to sell off? Yes, because it's in premium. It's not at 618, it's in premium. So by using the day of the week, if we traded here on a Tuesday, that would be a different story. Okay, if we traded there on a Tuesday, that would have been a different story. But because we did not go above it and we are trading there almost on a Thursday, that's what you anticipate. So you can actually know when a Thursday is going to be a reversal or not, because of where price is going to be trading at. Okay, so that's what I was expecting that. So maybe today they might run up and then break down, or they can leave it and stay like this, and then next week between Monday, Tuesday, maybe Tuesday form the high of the week there and then drop down. But I'm expecting price to come back down again. Okay, now the reason why I'm expecting it to come back down again is this. We have a swing high. Okay, so this is a dealing range. We had 50% bearish roadblock, continuation to the downside. We've taken out this low, we have a high, breakdown, back to the breaker, oops, so back to this down candle here, and bearish order block there. For price to go up, what do they need to do? We need price to take out this high and close above it, then we have something else. But until then, this is still subject to come back down again. Now let me show you where I get things wrong. Say I'm expecting this to continue going down, and I take a trade somewhere in here and I get it wrong, right? Then I've done the right thing, but it's just price didn't follow what I was expecting. So when that happens, if you're doing your own trading and you do the right thing and price doesn't respond, don't get mad. It's just giving you an information. So if I get it wrong here, it's just telling me that price is unwilling to go lower, so I can look to buy. All right, so if you get trade ideas wrong, if you are following some form of a logic, then price is just communicating to you something. You just have to pay attention and listen. Okay, if you are not using any logic and you're randomly picking trade ideas, then that's a different story. But if you're using some form of a logic and price does not do what you're expecting, price is just communicating something to you. Okay, you just have to open your eyes and see what it's trying to tell you. Okay, so next week I'll look for price to come back down. I'm not gonna blindly take it. Okay, I'll look for price action to line up. So example, the level that I highlighted. Okay, I like this one. I'll show you two levels that I like. I like that one and this. So next week, those are the two levels you want to watch for the high of the week to form. Either we run here, break down, you look for sell, or they go up a little bit to this and then price goes down. Gold, yesterday I had someone question me about gold, and sorry, like I said, I only have one screen, so I I can't see your questions. Is narrative another name for daily bias? No, narrative is not daily bias. Narrative is like, what is price doing? Okay, what's price trying to do? Narrative gives you, it's like a storyline behind price, or since we trade with logic, okay, we trade with logic. Everything that we do is based on logic, based on what ICT has given all of us. Everything is logical, right? There's nothing random. There's nothing that doesn't make sense. Everything makes sense. Only you don't make sense. If you don't understand it, then it doesn't make sense to you. But everything makes sense. So you trying to make sense of what price is trying to do is the narrative. Daily bias is something different. Daily bias would be, once you have the narrative, then you can start defining your bias. So if I have a narrative of, for example, the narrative that I gave you on the euro pound, okay, the narrative that I gave you on euro pound, right? That's the narrative that price is running on, but it's not a bias. The bias would be, okay, if price runs higher and breaks down, then I have a bias of looking for price to go lower. But the narrative would be, price is here, we moved from here to down there, and it's coming up to go down. That's narrative or context. Okay, and then the bias would be, okay, now if price trades up here and it breaks down, I have my bias, I'm gonna sell short. Okay, so that's the difference between bias and narrative. Back to gold. Yesterday someone asked me, is gold bearish? And I said no, gold is still bullish, but they could see Quasimodo pattern on the daily time frame, which is here. They were seeing a rate above this high and then price coming below this low, right? So they were seeing correctly because they've been trained by me, but it wasn't a Quasimodo on the daily time frame. Okay, the daily time frame will have to give you something like this. Sometimes questions like this I can't respond, I'll have to show you. So this will be a Quasimodo on the daily, not these candles, right? This is a Quasimodo on the daily time frame. So we have this high, low, high, break. That's the breaking structure. This one is a lower time frame one, which I pointed to you. When you watch it, you're gonna understand. This was a 1 hour Quasimodo, so it was price making this on the 1 hour time frame and then coming back down here. That's it. It's not on the daily, but the daily is still bullish. The daily actually has a bigger range to work with. So this is your daily impulse, and this might be a pullback. So this might be the beginning of a pullback, and by using fibs you can anticipate where they might reverse from. So this being an impulse leg, so I'm looking at where reversals can happen based on this impulse move here. So either here or here, but it might wick down and then form some form of a candle like this. Okay, so either they reverse here or something like this, or they can reverse at the 79 retracement level. That one is close to this. So if it doesn't form something like that, then they might drop down and then form it here and then go up. Okay, so that's gold for you. Gold is still bullish. I'm anticipating price to go and clean out all these highs, right? So somewhere up in here. That might be next week, because this week is actually the lowest volume. There's literally absence of news. We only had one news on Wednesday, and that's it. So that might happen next week. If you look at the weekly, you'll see we are pushing up. We've actually closed in this imbalance. That's a very good thing to see on the weekly time frame. Okay, we've closed in that imbalance. Right, so that's good. We want to see price now trade up. Now, I'm not giving this as a bias or as a level to consider, but you know, if I'm not shy, I would say they might come for this high, because they've rejected a quarterly low, a 3 months low. It's actually this one here. This low here. That's a 3 months low. So it's similar to like a monthly low, right? And it's rejected all of that. So on the monthly time frame, that's how it looks like. So they might attack this. Not might. They will attack that one. But this is the one that I'm talking about. Okay. They might go for that. Why? Because the important levels has been broken. The gap on the weekly has been broken. Therefore, it can go for a high. In future, I'll talk about that. Not today. I've given you enough for today. Let me show you one magic. Guess what? The day the reversal formed, it was on a Thursday. Is it a coincidence? Is it random? Nope. That's a Thursday. Is it random? Nope. Okay. So that's that Thursday for you. One more. And notice how price has moved since that Thursday. So gold, we will anticipate some kind of a retracement back into the range, somewhere in here. I like that gap there. If I was to use price, right, then I like this. But if I'm using the fib levels, then I want to see something within that range. So 618 wick, and then 70.5 there. If you drop down to the 1 hour time frame, 70.5 has this one. So if I was using price, then I'll go for this. But if I'm using the fib, if I don't want to miss it, then I'll go for that. Last week, my private group had this as a buy. Now, the reason why I mentioned last week that this one can go back up and attack this is because we had this low to the high, 70.5 gap existing, hits it, and then couldn't retrace again. Okay, so same thing here. we can trade into that and then go back and attack that high. Crude oil. So let's talk about this one. That's another example for you. Thursday not reversing, Friday takes out that low, and then boom, it goes up. Where is it going? It's going into previous week's range premium, this high and this low. This is a Monday, but this is where they run up and then broke down. So I'm using this range. This high to this low is going into premium to go down. So it's either they're going to reverse here, which is Thursday for you, or they're going to reverse above that high. That high is your famous high. Now you know about it. It's no secret anymore. Right, that's your high, and that. Right, so we either reverse here or they're gonna go up and take that. We are currently at 50%. I like trading oil, so I know my levels. We are currently at 50%. Now if it doesn't drop back down today is Friday, if it doesn't drop back down, then next week they're gonna go up one more time, Monday, Tuesday, from the high of the week, and then aggressively drop back down again. Okay, so either we drop today, which maybe is unlikely because they've not broken market structure yet, so I want to anticipate one more run up, and then next week something like that, break down, pull back, and then back down we go. Okay, because right now they've not taken out any they've not broken any structure, we've not even closed in this imbalance yet, so it's still bullish for the short term. All right, now you can buy it if you want to, if it trades to somewhere down here. And you also have, so you can use 618, 70.5. You also have low in here, one low, another low, right? So below that, what do we have? An auto block with a gap. I like that one. So you can buy below that low. If price is there today, buy, go up. Next week, something like this. All right, so that is oil. I used to have Bitcoin and Ethereum, but those are not things that I trade. I was only looking at them for other members that were interested, but I personally don't trade that. I don't trade them that much. I only trade them because I look at it and I see prices at a decent level, and let me have a taste. But it's not a pair that I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, let me have a look at what Bitcoin is doing because I want to sell it. Nope. Okay, so that's why you don't see it here. Let's go back to this bad boy. Let's start with the yen pairs. I think Wednesday, when price broke down, I said let's see how the day is going to close, and then based on how the daily closes, we can actually look going forward what to do, right? The rejection that I was looking for confirmed on Wednesday. This is Thursday. Now let me use this daily time frame here, right, and expand on the Thursday price action. Okay, I'm gonna use this daily time frame here to expand on the Thursday price action. So I'm gonna zoom in there. Now, when do you actually anticipate the Thursday's price action that I just showed you? I'm using this daily because you can use it on the weekly as well. When you look at the weekly time frame, have this kind of understanding in mind. Notice that we went up into that level here. Let me say right there. Okay, I'm gonna drop down to, say this is a weekly level, so I'm gonna check on the lower time frame what was there. Okay, it's a mitigation level, right? That's what caused price to drop. So going back to the higher time frame, say this is your level that you're anticipating the reversal to form. Now this will be a this will be a weekly high for you, this high here. All right, this is a weekly high. So up here, that is a Thursday. Okay, that's a Thursday price action causing price to reject. Right, think about the weekly range. This is a Thursday price action causing price to reject, and then it drops down because the week open, because it's bullish, the week open, it traded down from the low on Tuesday and then went up from the high on Thursday and then came down, and then Friday traded sideways, and then we opened Monday price went up. Tuesday price forms high of the week above this high and then drops down. Okay, it drops down and then forms the low of the week on Friday. Okay, forms the low of the week on Friday because this is the reversal. So the high of the week, the low of the week, this is Tuesday, this is not Thursday, this is Friday. Again, you go into price and I would say study this. Okay, you'll be surprised that you can call when the high or low of the week is going to form. Why am I saying this is a Friday? Because this is a reversal. So we are reversing from here to go down. Reversals, right? The candles most of the time does not close with something like this. It doesn't close with big wicks, it closes with a shallow wick. Okay, reversals closes with a shallow wick. The wick will be on the upside, the bigger wick will be on the upside, but on the downside the wick will be shallow. Okay, didn't draw it properly. The wick will be shallow. Okay, so that means we formed the low on Friday. Now when that happens, immediately when that candle closes, because we reversed, the idea is start anticipating a retracement. Okay, start anticipating a retracement. So if we reversed and we open a new week and then you see price going down, that movement down is what you anticipate that Thursday reversal, because we've just reversed. This is where price generally forms this pattern. So you are anticipating this to be, like I said, on a Thursday, and then it causes price to come back up into that previous week's range. So this range here, okay, that previous week's range. So this would be a Thursday, and then it'll come up. This coming back up, you want to see same pattern. This also going to be a Thursday, and then price reverses, and then we continue going down. I'm giving you guys a lot today, but it's okay. So when you're watching the weekly, because you need to get your narrative from the weekly time frame. So back to that question that was asked earlier, is the bias the same as the narrative? No. What I'm describing here is narrative. Okay, it's not bias, it's narrative. When you get that Thursday reversal and then price goes up, it's gonna form either the high, but the same high we open Monday, trade down Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? Wednesday can be the low and it's fine, but if it happens Thursday, that's great. Why? Because when it does that, it can be manipulative, because initially we've broken down, right? Therefore Monday, Tuesday, everybody will be so focused in the sell without understanding that we've just reversed. Okay, so think about this pattern, deep that pattern properly. We've just reversed, so price would likely want to trade back to some form of an imbalance. So that's where a lot of people get caught. You will get caught if you don't know what I'm showing you here. Okay, so if we reverse and price comes back up, then you start anticipating relative to this high where the reversal started from, and this low here, OTE. So this high to this low, remove that, this high to this low. Okay, you start anticipating OTE. So you have this on your chart on the weekly time frame. Not this is the daily. I'm showing this because this is what happens on the weekly as well. And if you trade this on the weekly, this is what ICT uses as the one shot, one kill. If you understand what I'm showing you here, you can trade one shot, one kill easily, because you understand every single movement price is trying to make, right? Because this move here, you understand that it's a reversal. The following week, by studying the daily time frame, this is a weekly time frame, but sorry, this is a daily, but I'm teaching it as a weekly. So if you follow the daily, right, the daily is gonna open, it's gonna drop on Monday, cool. Tuesday is gonna drop, cool. Wednesday, you start seeing some reversal pattern, right? Wednesday doesn't give it to you. Thursday reverses, it trades back aggressively. Why? Because a lot of people will be selling short, so you'll catch them, and then you come back, close on Friday. Following week we open Monday, Tuesday, price trades up, forming the high of the week, and then reversal. So in here, once price breaks market structure, okay, it has to break structure. Once price breaks structure, that's your one shot, one kill. Here, your one shot, one kill will be either you are selling based on the reversal, you're selling for continuation, or you can anticipate the reversal based on either a high time, say this is your weekly time frame, so in the daily there might be some form of a gap in here. Okay, so if there is a gap in here, then that can be where that low is going to form, so you can anticipate it and then trade it based on, again, gaps. Maybe on the 1 hour time frame there will be a gap here, and then price traded to that, and then closes it, close the gaps, close the gaps in here, and that can be your reversal, and then you trade it back up again. That's your one shot, one kill. And then once price gets up there, you stop. The following week you anticipate a reversal, so you're gonna sit on your hands and wait for this to play out, and then once it breaks structure again, that's your one shot, one kill, back down again. but I'm just talking about it, showing you how you can frame the trades, but the actual levels will be in the lower time frame. Okay, but hopefully what I showed you here, okay, makes sense. Now if this one reverses, guess when the low of the week will form? It will form on a Thursday, because if it reverses here on a Tuesday, it's going to drop down aggressively, and then by Thursday we're done. And then because price would do, I don't want to go too much into details, price would trade to a level down here. As it was going up, it will leave some kind of a level down here, so it will stop, and then the following week continue. Let me see if I can find an example of what I'm showing you here. Based on the weekly, let's go into the weekly. Okay, we have an example here. Price reverses there, right here, forms the low. It traded to something, it forms a low, and then it goes back up. This is your new week. Monday, Tuesday, price trades up, form the high of the week and expand down, form the low of the week. Thursday reverses, right? Monday open down, Tuesday down, forms the low of the week, comes back up, form the high on Friday. The following week we go up, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday reverse, form the low on Friday. Monday open, trades up, forms the high on Monday, drops down aggressively, form the low on Friday. Monday open, we trade down Monday, Tuesday, forms a low, trade up, form the high on Friday. This is new week. Monday open, trades up, form the high on Wednesday, unlikely, and then it's rejected. Okay, so you can see, based on price movement, you can anticipate these levels where they're going to form when the week starts, because when the week starts, based on what price has done, you can actually know what to do every single week. So that's how I trade. I look at the weekly ranges. So all that to say, this is a daily time frame. This is a daily time frame, and you can use that same narrative. You have to use a different narrative, right? So we do have a breaking structure, so maybe price might want to trade up in here, right? Price might want to trade up in here and then drop. So this will be two levels I'll watch going into next week if we don't trade up there this week. Why am I getting that? Is that a new thing? Oh well, that's trading view for you, charging us a lot of money. Right, so I'll watch this and that going into next week. Let's drop down to 1 hour time frame. So if I want to be precise, I'll be looking at this. I think it might go one more up. It's building in shorts. Anyone that shorted up here, stop loss will be up there. Breaker is there, so they might go one more time. Let me measure this range here. There you go. We did not touch 618, so they might go one more up there, and then next week either we reverse here or they're going to reverse above that high. So you have the narrative, right? Your bias will come when, if price gets up here, and then that's this, that's your bias, your bearish. Or they're gonna go up, go up, go up, false break, run up, and then break, and then down. right? So that's Euro yen. CAD yen will be, let's see what CAD yen is up to. CAD yen might take out this high next week and then potentially come down. I'm watching this. I think it's gonna go through, make a new high, and then next week come back down. So similar to the narrative that I was talking about, we have this high, broke down. As soon as we broke down, price rejected, right? So this is all just a pullback, coming back into previous week's range. This high to that low. This is your OT. Drop down to the daily. I don't know whether this wick exists or not. Let me change it and see, because that looks dodgy. Okay, actually exists. No, it's not a wick. My bad. It's my. I was thinking that's a dodgy wick. So yeah, it might probably trade up into that one. Yeah. Right, it might trade into that next week before they move down. This is too clean. And then you can apply institutional levels as well. I'll not put that there, you do that. Okay, if you apply institutional levels up there, you might get a very nice level for price to reverse from. Dollar yen, this one is too weak to go up, and we do have a bearish range. Let's see the daily. Yeah, it'll be too weak to go up, so it might trade back into. It will struggle. It's gonna struggle. If they close above this, I think they will trade to this candle's low, right? If it closes above this level. Okay, so have that on your chart. You can see rejected ones. There's a reason why it rejected, right? It's a balanced price range, so it rejected. So if they close above it, they want to trade a little bit higher. You can buy it to continue going up. I think that might be the case. The reason why I think it might be the case is because we made a lower low, and now we are above this order block. Yeah, we are above that. So I think they might want to trade a little bit higher. Okay, so you can look for buy ideas to go. Pound yen, this one is too weak as well, but it did trade into OTE, so it's doing what it's supposed to do. It might not drop all the way down here this week. Next week I think it can go up before coming back down. Let me quickly check. There we go. Nice drop on the pound. All right. Okay. So the euro pound has traded above the high. Today's Friday, so let's see by the York session. So there's two levels that I gave. That one. This one. Now let me show you something that I missed on Monday, and I missed it yesterday. On Monday I had a buy here. a buy here. Why did I have a buy there? Because it was OTE. So I was expecting them to drop down Tuesday London to form the low of the day here and then go up. This one, that's daily close, so it doesn't count. So price never came back down. It just broke up price action in here, and then it dropped down, and I missed this one. Why? Time of the day. It didn't drop there time that I want to enter long. Monday morning went up, so I missed that. Let's go back. So that would be this one. I think it might attack these equal highs first because it's just too clean and it's strong. Okay, the New Zealand is strong, so they might attack this first. Okay, my bad. I was checking some trades that I have. I'm short on the pound, so I needed to take some profit. Sorry. That one might attack those equal highs. It looks very strong. So I'll look at the going into next week. Let me make this announcement. Going into next week, right? I'll be active in my new Discord. So I have created my Discord. I've changed the name from, so those of you that knows about Infinity Trading Room, that was John's trading room, right? If you know John, the Apostle John, and it was owned by John and a friend of mine. That friend of mine, we are both ICT students, and he didn't want to continue with the server, so he handed it over to me and I kept it. Everything has a reason. I didn't delete it, I left it there. So the opportunity came for me to do my own thing, so I decided to upgrade it to the way I want it to be. So going into next week, I am going to be active in there. I'll drop everything that I see, but it's going to be free for the rest of the month. Okay, so you're gonna get everything that I do and see. It's going to be free for the rest of the month, but going into September, remember I said going into September I would not be doing the live sessions, the London sessions, because I'll be doing something else. I didn't know it was this, but you know, my psychic abilities forecasted this already. So yeah, going into September I'll be now doing this privately, and it's going to be in that Discord channel. Okay, so if you're not in there, I'm gonna drop an invitation. Get yourself in there for the rest of the month. Okay, get yourself in there for the rest of the month, and there is for the rest of the month, and then going into the month of September and moving forward, everything is going to be done there. I'll share the live sessions on YouTube, by the way, so that it will encourage people to join. Now this is going to be my way. Okay, I'm very open. I'm very kind of simple. I don't want, attachment and this and that. So it's going to be my way. And if it is my way, I flow better than it is someone's way. So because it's going to be my way, you will have fun in the server. I will do my best to give out what I can give, right, to help. Now, the focus is to help you develop, okay? I'm not there to give you trade ideas to make you millionaires. That's not gonna happen. I will give you trade ideas if I see it, okay? If I see one, I'm not obliged to do it, okay? I'm opening that server, or I'm making it available to those that wants to develop. And when I say develop, not just in terms of trading, but as a person. Because my mission is to help people, right? So I can't stop. It's something that I can't stop. It's like, this is what I'm born to do, right? So as much as I say I want to stop, it's the feeling to stop is not coming. So I'm doing it to help you develop as a trader and develop as a person, both physically and spiritually. So yes, if you want to grow as a person, if you want to grow as a trader, if you want to mature in terms of the lifestyle that you have now, that's what I'm going to provide, right? So if you get yourself in there, going into the month of September, you will be there with me, okay? Now, the reason why I said I'm going to do it my way is because there are days that market is not doing anything, and there are days that market would move, right? So if we know ahead in time that market is going to move, we do a live session. If the market is not going to move, there's no point doing a live session, but you can get a recording to give you an update. You can get chat information to give you an update, especially what I call the drawn liquidity. That's the most powerful one. That is where you're gonna learn more, knowing where price is drawing to. So the narrative, if you get that, you're gonna trade in that direction most of the time, okay? So that's the announcement. Now, after the August free, going into September, I'm not charging huge sums of money. Actually, I've had a very hard thought about it, because it's not about the money. If it was about the money, I would do my trading privately, okay? If it was because of the money, I'll do my trading privately. I just have the ability to give and share, and I'm sharing my time and my experience. So you're only gonna pay for my time, and not pay for you're not paying for the what I'm giving, because what I'm giving, it's invaluable. You can't pay for it. All right, so you're just gonna pay for my time. All right, so I'll make, if you join the Discord, I'll make the announcement in there how much it's going to be. Don't get scared, it's not going to be thousands. So all right, okay, so that's the announcement. Let's move on. Let me go and check the pound, if it's reached my target. Almost. Yeah, that will be for next week. Crude oil, there you go. Nice. Okay, so far so good. I notice how what I said about euro, don't sell that one because it's high resistance. It's trading at an auto block. Even though pound is dropping crazy, this one is not. But it's because of real pound. I think it's gonna go up there. New York session. So time of the day, right? New York session is trading into a predetermined level. This did not respect. So today is Friday. We are trading above Thursday. You can hunt for New York session potential reversal here. Let me put the institutional price levels. Okay, there. So you have 8500 roughly at that area, so that can be the level to anticipate the reversal. I don't know that much, I'm still learning. If I tell you I'm still learning, you will not believe me. So yeah, I'm still a student. I'm learning just as you guys are learning. Now let me give you one secret. I'm very open. There's nothing to hide. I am blessed in a way that my personality attracts the divine. So I'm guided by divine. So because I'm guided by divine, you guys are here not by accident. Now sometimes it might sound a little bit woohoo, but that's the truth. You are not here by accident. You are here by divine intervention. So I I am guided by divine, and you are here by divine. So everything that I'm showing you, sometimes I'm not talking from, when I'm speaking, I'm not speaking from my own mind, right? I'm not speaking from my intellect. I am speaking from a higher level. So when I'm speaking from a high level, yes, it's coming from me, but it's not from me. So I'm still learning, right? The things that I'm showing you, I know them, but when I'm doing a live session with you guys, it's not me, it's someone else. So after the live session, I go back and watch my own live sessions and learn from my own self as well. Okay? And it's not anything weird. It's just the truth that I'm guided, and you guys are here because you are here. And yeah, that's what I can say. I don't know how to communicate that, but you get it. Okay. NU is quite strong. I didn't look at it, did I? I forgot about that one. It's quite strong, but it's also traded to a level that you can anticipate some kind of a reversal. I like the level we're currently trading. Whew. Thank you for bringing my attention to it. It's also trading at a level that we can anticipate a reversal next week. So maybe next week we might form the high of the week Tuesday. If we get aggressive breakdown today, then that's it, we're going down. But if we don't get aggressive break, then anticipate it going into next week. All right. And next week, today, this afternoon, I actually have my wireless network card, so I'll use the other PC. I'm struggling with this one. Anyway, this is the breaker here, and we broke down. So that level is important, but we have an institutional level here, right? So if we break down, then maybe depending on how we break, because there's a break and there's a break, I want an aggressive one. If we don't get aggressive break, then I'll hunt for the reversal next week. On the 1 hour time frame, let's go back and show you what day of the week is that. It's a Thursday. Okay, that's a Thursday. This one was a Friday, and today we have this Thursday and Friday above it. So if we see something like this, that is a breaking structure. Monday, you want that to come back down here. Sometimes I have 2 keyboards and I'm using the one that is not connected to this PC. But this one can make one more high. If you understand a little bit of Wyckoff, we do have Wyckoff kind of distribution schematic going on in here. I don't use it, but it's there if you want to use it. Maybe they'll make one more and then drop. I'll check the seasonal tendency because that's also important. Bear with me as I check the seasonal tendency for the New Zealand going into next week. These analysis, I do it over the weekend, but I feel like doing it today. On Aussie today. So today's date is the 12th of August, and next week we begin 15th. Yep, we have a drop going into next week. So we are trading in premium. So likelihood of price dropping next week is very, very high, especially we had a bullish week. Okay, such a big candle. Now I took a loss this week, by the way. Took losses this week. Actually, this week I was not profitable. I am right now because I've made something back on the pound, but initially this week I was bearish. Okay, and I was bullish on the dollar. So that news that came out on Wednesday, it actually stopped me out on, because I was short on the British pound. Let me show you. I was short in here. So when the news came out, I was already short during the day. Okay, and I was expecting price to go up, so I took a hit there, and I was short on I was short on Aussie. So on Aussie I was short here, and that also, because I was anticipating that, and it went that. So that one also killed me. Right, so I took 2 hits on that, and yeah, so I'm recovering with those trades. Yesterday, on Wednesday, I took break even that one, and then I shorted there, and then this one I didn't take it. I'm still in that one. So hopefully I'll break even for the week, and then next week I'll hammer it again. Now, yeah, I use specific things for my bias, right? You will learn quite a lot from the way I trade. I am rule based, right? And if I have my bias, I stick with it. So coming into the week, the reason why I was bearish on this, because we had a bearish dealing range, okay, and then we traded to premium on a Tuesday. So this is a pullback, okay, so I'm expecting that too. Then I got it wrong and it went up. That's fine, you know, you don't lose sleep on it. You just let it go, and then you hammer it again if it gives you opportunity. But I never shorted the New Zealand because I'm using the Aussie New Zealand as my filter, and because Aussie New Zealand was meant to be dropping, right? So weakness is going to be in Aussie and strength is going to be on that. So you actually caught a good trade without actually realizing it, because if you understood the correlation between AUD and NZD, this pair here, and knowing that this is dropping, if you knew ahead in time, you can go crazy buy on that one. But that's not what I was expecting anyway. So yeah, right. So seasonal trades, I've talked about them. We are looking at reversal going into next week. Aussie Swiss, now this pair, next week I'll still be looking for some form of a reversal. It's not doing what I'm expecting, and the way the daily is so, you know, not expanding, I might leave it. Even though I'm looking for lower prices, I might leave it because the daily is not expanding. And I don't like trading pairs like this. Okay, so I'm gonna take it off, and then when I see expansion or I see something decent, I'll bring it back on. Even though my bias is to the downside. Okay, Aussie CAD, it traded to a level that I like, that high. So I'll leave this one on to see what we might get going into next week. If we do form a swing high next week, let's say Monday or even today, if we come back down, Monday, Tuesday, you can get away with a sell to trade back into this area. Okay. Again, I'm looking for lower prices. The weekly time frame, this is for a pullback. So it's like we made an impulse. This is a retracement. So I could get it wrong and then it can go up. But because it's an impulse and retracement, I'm hunting for a reversal to go down. See if I can turn on that. That's Thursday, right? It's traded to where I am expecting it to reverse, which is this high here. Okay, on a Thursday. So if it does break structure here, or even here, I don't like using this second type of breaking structure. I never use it. I like this one. This one is a failure swing, and this one is a Quasimodo. I don't like failure swing. I like Quasimodo or breaking structure. So you can use that one if you like it. I prefer that. So if we do this, then retracement and then back down, maybe to here next week. Let me check the seasonal for Aussie for next week as well. I'll do a proper top-down analysis over the weekend. Monday's date is 15th. Yeah, we do have an aggressive drop on Aussie. So we will see next week. Okay, so I'm gonna take this one off. It's gone. Euro Aussie, price didn't make the high that I was expecting. It went close. I was expecting that. I'm sorry, this one. And it went up in here and then gave up the ghost. With that news on with the news on Wednesday, gave up the ghost. Now, something that I have 15 minutes, so I'll finish at 11. Something that you need to do as well, in the Discord, I'll show you the Discord in a second. In the Discord, I've actually, let's go there. Oops. Okay. There you go. In the Discord, I have what we called. So if you look here, right, I have profitable trades and experienced trades. Now, I don't want to call them losses. Okay, so in my journal, I don't have losses. I have what we call experienced trades. Experienced trades are trades that don't play out. Okay, so if you do take a trade, for example, like this, if you do take a trade like this, where is it? Yeah, here, right? If you do take a trade like this, and you're expecting price to go here, yes, you were profitable, but it doesn't get there and it comes back down, right? That is a trade that did not play out exactly the way you want it. That's what we call an experienced trade, right? It doesn't mean you're wrong, it means you need to learn from it. So what made this trade not go up here? So that you can learn. So in future, if something like that happens, you know what to do. Okay, so every single trade that doesn't play out the way you want it to be, right, you record it as experienced trade, not losers. Okay, there's nothing like losing. You just have to learn. Don't worry, I know why. It's because I've set it up in a way that I have to give you access to the rooms. So after this session, I'll give you access to the room. Okay. After the session, I'll give you access to the room. So if it doesn't play out, go back and look at why it didn't play out, and you will learn from it. Okay, you're gonna learn so much from your losing trades that your losing trades are going to be kind of where you grow. Your winning trades, you're not gonna grow. Your losing trades is where you're gonna grow. So here I'm gonna show you why it didn't play out, which I knew in advance, but I wanted to see if what I was expecting would play out. We had so this is OTE to go up, but on the upside it was bearish. Okay, so this was a short-term retracement, a Thursday reversal short-term retracement. When it got up here, this was a continuation pattern to come down here. In here, this was a pullback. It wasn't a reversal to go up because the main trend was to the downside. Okay, the main trend was to the downside. So when price traded back here, this was also based on the narrative. Okay, what I wanted was a run above that high and then down again. That's what I wanted, but the way it dropped down, okay, gave a breaker here. So narrative or context, plug in stuff, and then there you go. So because it was bearish and it gave a breaker here, that's why price did not come up there and it went down. So that's your learning experience if you took this trade. Okay, expecting it to go up here. Go back to the weekly and then you understand what I just explained. This is a Thursday reversal. Okay, it's a Thursday reversal. The exercise that we did on the euro yen. This is a Thursday reversal. This is Monday, Tuesday, drop down. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday goes up. Okay, and then Friday rejection. So Friday rejection after taking our previous day's high. So the narrative is to the downside. It's not to the upside. But what I wanted is what I taught you last week Saturday. This high. It's an inside candle. I'm giving you guys too much today. It's okay. This is a redistribution candle. So I'm looking at this as they sold inside that. So the next, sometimes I look at the weekly as daily. If you look at the weekly as daily, it will be much simpler. So I was looking for a run up here and then aggressively drop. Okay, so that was what I was looking for. If you look on the weekly time frame, on the lower time frame, you might not see it, you might not understand why. So this is how it looks like on the lower time frame. So I was looking for price to go above this high. Okay, and then drop down again. But they decided to be what they wanted to be and then they dropped. Okay, so yeah, the narrative was to the downside. On the monthly time frame, they're gonna take out this low, but notice what is there. Do you see it? Oh, I should drop down to the weekly so you can see it. We have high resistance. So you want to anticipate a reversal below this low. What day can that happen? A Thursday or Tuesday. So we can open Monday and then drop down aggressively already on Monday, or Monday, Tuesday, low of the week reverse, or Monday. So you have to have all this, at the back of your mind as market is moving. So Monday, Tuesday, form high of the week. Wednesday, Thursday, take out this low, form a wick, Friday reverse, and then you have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. Okay, so Thursday reversal, Friday give you a swing low, Monday can give you a down candle, which is great if that happens. If it doesn't, Monday go up, Tuesday go up, Wednesday go up, and that's it. That's your one shot, one kill. You trade based on the weekly expansion. Okay, if you trade like that, you're gonna be fine. Okay, try to understand the narrative on the weekly time frame and then trade it. Right, so that's the narrative on this pair as well. And then that, I think we were in the live session when this happened, right? I talked about this level, that's what I was expecting them to go before going down. And then during the live session, the news came out, and then boom, they took it right up into there and then rejected. That's random. So I'm anticipating price to go and attack this low. Right, that's the draw on liquidity. So look at what is happening now as a Thursday reversal, trying to go back into a retracement only to come back down and attack this low. Okay, so if you go into the daily, think about this is a stop run below this low, so it's going up as a pullback. So we measure this high to this low. We want to sell up here. Now, because it's not a bigger pullback, we are not expecting it to go to OTE. That's not where we want it to go, just into premium. Why? Lesson on market maker buy and sell model. This is the original consolidation. Anytime they're about to take it, usually something like this happens, and when it's happening, it's gonna go up and take out some form of a stop. So we have this previous day high, or even, you know, H4 high. I don't think so. Yeah, this high, because they are above this high, so they've closed above it, so it's going up. So somewhere up in here, and then aggressive drop down again. Right, so that's the Aussie New Zealand going forward. Let's look at the indices. Oops, I barely look at them. Okay, from the weekly perspective, right, I think it's trying to trade in here. From what I can see from the weekly, it wants to trade in here. Based on what it's doing now, not what they started doing at the beginning of the week. Based on what it's doing now, I think it wants to trade in there. So in the H4, we do have that. I think Wednesday, when we had the live session, I talked about this high and high, okay, and that this imbalance, you want to watch that, and they reacted from it. And I said that if the daily closes, right, if the daily closes, because the day was still trading, if the daily closes like that, then you consider that right there because someone did mention that they've closed in the gap, and I said yes, but the daily is still trading. So someone can come in and drop it, but if the day closes, there's a commitment, right? If the daily closes, there's a commitment of price going higher, and the day closed there, and then we had price move higher. Now your question might be, we have this high and that high, why did price not reverse? The criteria for price to reverse is that once price goes above it, what do you want to see? You don't want to see it do what? Close, right? Because if it closes, that's no stop rate. So you have to wait for this candle to close. Once that candle closes, then we know whether it's a reversal or not. This did not close, that's no reversal. Okay, it's very simple. Now we do have this and that. So where I pointed you to as a potential reversal level is right up here. Right up there. Okay. What day can reversal happen? Tuesday. High of the week. So between today and Tuesday, we have a high resistance, but the criteria, let's go and check. Nice. I like that. The criteria is that price has to close back down. Now I know that sometimes it happens to me as well. Okay. I'm not, that's why I said I'm still a student. Sometimes the ego, you're gonna learn so much about that word. The ego wants to be right, or the ego wants to feel so good. I have one, okay? I have an ego, but I'm working on my ego. The ego wants to be right. So sometimes you want to be ahead. You want to feel like, okay, I know what I'm doing. I understand this IT showed me, and I'm going to sell above it, even though it does not close. I've done it several times. I still do it sometimes. Okay, I'm confessing. I still do it sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't work, right? So just wait for the candle to close. Trust me. Again, like I said, I'm guilty as well. Sometimes it's just me, it's my personality, it doesn't want to wait. So sometimes I go in and I still tell myself, when I do that and it stops me out, I tell myself, you knew. And the good thing is, right, I admit it. Okay, and if you're going to do it, that's what you need to do. You have to admit that you knew ahead in time you should have waited, or you should have waited, right? And you didn't, and price stopped you out. So you don't have to get mad. Actually, you laugh about it, because it's like, well, there you go, you knew ahead in time. Okay, so the criteria is to wait for price to reject and close. And then once it does that, then you start looking for the trade. If it does not, don't. Again, I've said it, but I sometimes do the opposite. So, I'll leave that one to you. Okay. But next week, it might trade to this level here. It might trade down and go up, and that's when you expect it. Or if it trades up and down, you take partial somewhere here. and then wait for this break, because this will be impulse, this will be retracement. So if you do catch a sell up there, take most of your profit here and then wait for that to break before we start moving a little bit lower. Okay, and I'm using Nasdaq because it has this pattern here. This one doesn't have it, so you have to look at price normal. That can also trade up there. I think we have something like that over here on the weekly time frame. Let me check the daily. Yeah, I think we have something like that over here. Actually no, it's just too clean. Yeah, it's equal high. So maybe next week this one might be aggressive to the upside to catch up with Nasdaq, because Nasdaq is almost there, right? So this one might be the aggressive one to the upside to catch up with what Nasdaq has done. I like that range, right? We have a dealing range in here. That's a gap. So think about ICT, YouTube, mentorship, break of structure, price returning back to gap, right here. This is a previous high, break of structure, it leaves a gap, price is coming back to that gap, right? This is a weekly time frame, so we have to wait to anticipate a sell. And US 30, this one has the high. It has the high, so that one is be very interesting. We have interesting times ahead, very interesting times ahead. So this one can also aggressively go up and catch up with the Nasdaq. Okay, so yeah, that's the narratives on the indices. Anything I left out, let me know and I'll look at it. But if there's nothing, these are all the pairs that I will be looking at. So the seasonal trades are going to be trades that are based on seasonalities. This will be the standard that I look at. I don't look at dollar CAD. I don't trade it. I used to look at it for because I was required, but now I'm not, so I'm not going to. Bitcoin and Ethereum, same thing. If you want me to do Bitcoin and Ethereum, I'll do it, but it won't be here. Okay, this will be what you see all the time. These are the pairs I personally focus on. I used to have the pound Aussie, Euro Aussie, pound New Zealand, and Euro New Zealand, but I've moved them to seasonal trades. Okay, because I want to trade them seasonally. Okay, so with that said, any question? Anyone got any question? I've gone beyond my time, but it's okay. Any question? Oh, yay. My my wireless adapter is here. No problem. You're all absolutely welcome. For those of you that joined the server, I'm going to give you access to the other rooms now. Currently it's only the general and the YouTube link is what I'm using, but going into next week I will start populating it with stuff, and we have lots of books in there as well. All right, so I'll touch base with you guys next week, and then yeah, we will take it from there. Okay, so enjoy the rest of your day. Have a pleasant weekend. Trust me, there's lots of good times ahead of us, right? Now that I'm free, join the server and you will have great time. That I promise. Until then, take care, and I'll see you guys soon.